What is DoS? DoS means denial of services. To deny the services, it can be application services, it can be a network services, it can be anything. When you down some services so that legitimate person or user are denied to those services. When they're trying to reach, just like suppose a website, you visit a bbc.com but it's not there, it's down by somebody down them, so definitely you will use CNN next time. So it can be many reasons why they want to uh, down the services or network or whatever, for many purposes, for money, for many other things, for cyber crime, for many other activities, for anything. But when you are targeting from one place to down a server or services, this is called DOS. But when you trying from different places, from different location to down a service, is a single request, and this is for distributed. So then we call them distributed denial of services. So you are targeting this server to make them down, and here is a one. So this is called DOS and DDoS. You can create a botnet, which we discussed yesterday, botnet or zombie app, to hijack someone's system and from there do attack. This is called denial of services. Then for denial of services, you can use many methods like a ping of death attack. Let me show you quickly ping of death. Basically, if you try to ping google.com 8.8.8, so I can ping. By default, the packet size is 32. Let me increase the packet size to 1020, suppose. So the packet size is 1024 now. Let me try to increase them to 10,000. Do you think it will accept? No. The guys who done the firewall from me, I show them that we can not allowed in firewall bigger packet. So the firewall and IPS which is installed before the Google, they deny a huge packet. They say you are testing, why you are sending a huge packet to us? It means you want to DOS attack and you want to down Google. So huge packet I cannot send. This is the protection. But if you don't have a protection, so this is called ping, means packet internet grouper, and ping update. If you send a huge packet and there is no response, so definitely the service will be busy and they will become down. Let me show you here. Let me go to Windows 7 and let create ping update. So I insert loop 127 with huge packet size, this system, and loop again. So it will continuously ping this system. Let me go to start manager. So I'm using my CPU only 0%. After this one, let me create save and let me make this, sorry, save as a batch file, all file, and make them as a batch file, BAT. Save, and now let's run it. So it's pinging my system. Now you will see CPU, look it will increase to 100% after a while, and RAM will also utilize. And here is also showing that the traffic is too much. If you then make them more, so if I stop them, it will down now. This is called ping up death. If you send a huge packet to a server, unnecessary, because ping is just to verify that services are there or not. So now look at this one, this graph, and also this becomes 0. Now this is called ping up death. Also there is utility as well to use it. The script, either there is names a small application. To run it, here put the IP, give how many number of packet you want to send, test the packet size to give them huge, and how frequently you want to send, and start the sending. So it will do the same thing which I done with the script. This is called ping update. Now let's go back to another denial of service is a smurf attack. We will do this one in layer 2. I will show you there. Then TCP sync flooding attack. You know TCP is a three-way handshake. Sync acknowledgement and acknowledgement. Whenever you try to access any TCP service, so it will use this three-way handshake. Suppose if I type here Wireshark and visit any website, there should be TCP three-way handshake. So let me show you three-way handshake, then I will do attack. I will show you what is TCP sync flooding attack. So let me capture what is I am connected through Ethernet, and let me visit bbc.com, and let me show you here. Okay, I capture a wrong interface, I believe. Yeah, so let me stop, and this one external, this one, and let me visit bbc.com again, and let me type here TCP. It's enough for us, so let me stop it. And TCP, there should be sync acknowledgement and acknowledgement, 3 packet. So sync, this one, sync acknowledgement and acknowledgement, these are the 3 packet for TCP. But this attack, what they will do, sync flooding attack, TCP sync, they will just send sync, but they will not accept and they will not acknowledgement. Like suppose if you buying something in a small shop and you ask them to give me that thing and you didn't disappear, then come again to give me that thing and disappear. So then you will tire that person, and this way that his services will be down. So basically in TCP sync flooding, only sync will be sent but no acknowledgement and no nothing. And this way the service will become more busy to send a reply packet and there is nobody to receive the packet. And this way the server will be down. Let me show you. So my web server is on. I'm using XAMPP server and I have a web server here. Let me open the web server from here. If I type the IP 141 up Windows 7, so this is my XAMPP server which is running and it's working. Let me do attack on this server, but before doing attack, let me on Wireshark and Kali Linux as well. Let me close all these. Okay, just 1 minute, and let me open Wireshark. Okay, on Ethernet. First, let me do generally to visit that website, so that you can see three-way handshake, and then I will do attack so that you can see both the difference. So genuinely I visit 192, 168, 114, 141, which is a server, XAMPP server, and let me see here TCP three-way handshake, TCP, because the Wireshark is also on. So this is I send sync acknowledgement, this all the acknowledgement, it should be above. Yeah, sync acknowledgement and acknowledgement, you saw. Now let's do attack and see sync flooding attack. For sync flooding attack, what I will use, hping. Hping is a one utility here. Then I will say -s source. So my source is 192.168.114.141. That's the web server IP. Yeah, we just visited. And then on which port? So I say port number 80. I'm running this on port number 80 and also 443. And then I will say flood. Start, and now let's see. There should be a lot of sync packet only. Why is not sure? Okay, sorry. Let me only to see. Let me stop them. It will stop everything. So because it's require a huge CPU, there should be now Okay, it's hanged, and even that website will be not reachable anymore. It's reachable. Yeah, let me start it. So it's good at working. So if it is working, let me go back and enable that attack. What was, no, not this one, where I write the command. It's the Wireshark. Let me on this one, yeah, and let on, and now let's see, this website will be not reachable anymore. Now it has to be down. It's taking time, and after a while it will down. Okay, it's still coming up. So 114, maybe I typed the wrong IP. Let me see the IP. Maybe I typed 114.141. 114.141, and let me try again. It's hidden to be reachable, by the way. And also I cannot see sync. Yeah, I'm sending sync. Okay, let me stop and try again. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, and let me stop the Wireshark and enable again so that you can see all the traffic which is going on. So let me close this one. Just a minute. Because it's hang the system, because it's a huge packet, they are doing DoS attack. And let me enable Wireshark now on interface, this one where I'm connected. Okay, and now let me start this attack. Hping dash s, yeah, it's written 192.168.114.141. Okay, and then port number 80 and flood and enter. Now let's capture here that is sending TCP sync flooding. Yeah, start sync is sending sync. Okay, and now that server will down, it will not receive too much packet. It's still accessible, but for some reason it has to be down now, isn't to be reachable anymore. Let me click here. Okay, yeah, it's hang here, so it means it's working, but for some reason it's not downing them. And let me see now, even it will crash this one, it will crash this server as well. Let me do by this XP quickly. Let me change them to the same subnet net, and let me do it. Why it's not doing down? So let's quickly, let me do it, because I installed this one the latest version, so some they include security as well, but maybe that's the issue. So let me try an XP. Just give me a minute. Let me on. So this my XAMPP server, and start. Okay, and let me see what is my IP address. No, I need to change the IP to, it should be property, and let me do it obtain automatically. Okay, okay. 145. Okay, let me stop this one and starting here now. 145. Okay, so let me go to Kali Linux instead of 145. Let me go there and make them 145. This is the new website which I want to make them down, which is already not available. Let me go to XP. Okay, just 1 minute. There should be is written 145. Yeah, it's 80. It's okay. Stop and start. And let me see if I can access, then I can down them. So it's unable to connect. Anyway, as for some reason this one is not connecting, and this one is, let me try again the other one, 141, and let me try this one. So sync is sending, but for some reason it's not going to down them. It has to be, no, this server shouldn't be reached anymore. It will give an error that is not reachable. So sync is working, but it has to be many packet to make them down. So let me send many packet. Let's see. Maybe it takes some time to make them down. By the way, it has to take only some time. Okay, I'm using the same. Yeah, no, I think so. It's look like it's not reachable. Look, it is slow now. Yeah, now it's not anymore. And here you will see the packet is sync. It's sending only sync packet. Sync. This is sync TCP sync flooding attack. Sometimes they are receiving acknowledgement in the middle, but now server is not anymore. So let me stop because it's stop everything. So let me quickly stop this attack because there's no, it will crash the whole system as well. So let me stop it. Now you will see this website will be accessible again. Let me refresh it. Yeah, still not available. This is called a TCP sync flooding attack. So we done ping update attack as a to down the services. We use TCP sync flooding attack to down the services, and so on. There are so many. Let me do quickly CDP flooding attack. You can down the router and switch by this way. So I think so we are already connected, yeah, to GNS3. So let me go there, and we are already connected to this switch. So let me go to this switch and do CDP flooding attack here. So on this switch, either in router, you can do on both one. So let me show you the CPU. I don't need these one, by the way. Let me stop this one. No need of this one anymore. Stop. So we can get some resources and let them on the switch. Then I will show you CDP flooding attack here. Only switch right now. You can do with the same the router as well. Let's do it on this one. Let's wait. And Kali Linux, what we can do. Still this resources is not available. Let them available, because this DoS attack can consume a huge CPU and RAM. So that's why everything has been stuck, because I generated too much. The server was not downing. I try, but normally in XP when we send few packets drop. But unfortunately in Windows 7 it's take too much time. So let me stop this one. Windows 7, okay, and let's go to Kali Linux now. Hopefully it will be available now. Okay, so switch is available now. Let me show you in the switch. Show CDP neighbor. It has no neighbor, yeah, and also show CPU, show process CPU. So I'm using only 28% of CPU right now, and I don't have any neighbor. So after a while you will see the CPU will become huge and the switch will down. It's come up now, yeah. So finally it's come up. Let me quit this one, and quit this one. Now we need to do another one. Yersina. Another application is Yersina-G. Okay, and from here you can do a lot of attack. One of them is CDP flooding attack. Click on CDP, launch attack, and flood CDP table. And okay, now you will see here, before it was no neighbor. Look at how many neighbor we have now. And after a while when you run this one, 610 CDP neighbor now, and show process CPU. Now it's stuck, almost about to, yeah, about to be stuck now, and this switch will hang So still 28. After a while it will stuck and it will not work anymore. If I send the traffic in this way, still 5 seconds is 28 and last 5 minutes is 20%. It will increase after a while if I run them this. Now it's done. No more, it switches stop working. So let me quickly stop this one. Launch attack and sorry, let's stop attack and stop. Now it will come up again. Yeah, it's come up now. Let me quickly show you the CPU. If it is there, 1 minute 22%. So if you run it for a while, because you try them, it will down the switch. Same case, there is another one. Let me do quickly. Make flooding attack, either CDP flooding attack, ping update, TCP sync, buffer overflow. So CDP flood, make flooding attack. Let me show you quickly. That is also coming under DoS. Show make address table. In this switch, okay, they generate make addresses as well. So let me clear them. Clear make address dynamic. Still stuck because attack is still, so many things. So that's why dynamic. I clear now the make address. Okay. Show make address table. There is only one make address, and also show CPU, show process CPU, show sorry, CPU. So this is my CPU right now, only 6%. Now let's see again with another attack, make flooding attack. Let me go to Kali Linux and from here I will say make off. This is the command with Ethernet 0, and with Ethernet 0 I am connected here. This is the Kali Linux where I am connected here with this switch. And when I generate, let me show you again, show make address table. I have only two. Now let's generate the traffic. Make off, and now you will see many. Look at, and it's going, and if you run them, so CPU will become high, RAM will become high, and this will down. Control C and show process CPU. It's almost stuck. Show CPU, process CPU is not taking command properly. Let me go how much. It is 21 now, and if you run it for more than 2 minutes it will down. Now it's not working. Stop. Almost hang. After a while it's giving them. So let me stop this one. Control C. It's generating random and it's become the CPU high, and definitely it will down the switch, either the router, whatever, and so many other things. This is called DoS attack, to down the services or devices or application, whatever, so the legitimate user are denied to these services. So we done few example from this, and you can use many utility to do this one.